Hello and welcome to Dale's Gaming. I'm Dale and we're in From the Depths campaign again. And we have had the message on the screen to show that the Deep Water Guard are not happy with us being in their area and they're calling us squatters. Well, that may be the case, but we're not going anywhere. We have now owning this land. I have built a monitor and another little ship which we'll show in a little while. Now I'm not using all my resources immediately to build another ship because I want to make sure we've got some in reserve for repairs, and we'll see what the enemy throws at us first before we start to worry about building more ships. So now we're waiting really for the enemy to come upon us, and I think we have, by the looks of it, there's an enemy in the distance over there heading this way. Now it looks like it's some flyers, which we're not great against flyers, but hopefully we should be able to weather the storm and see what they come against. So I'll bring you back when the battle is ready. And we can see the enemy fleet is now coming in. Couple of Wanders and a Hoplite. Not ideal for our ships. We're more designed against surface fleets, but a Wander and Hoplite shouldn't be too difficult, fingers crossed. We'll let them get in a little closer, I think. Normally I don't like to fight close in, but I think in this case we must be having an advantage if we can get close in rather than at distance. So we'll start the battle from here, I think. I've started the battle with the maximum number of forces because I like to start the battles with all the ships on. I don't like to have some in, some not. So let us start the battle and see what comes against us. And there's the Wanders. We'll get rid of the UI already firing. Hopefully we're also firing. Our monitor is firing in. Obviously one of the reasons is the slow shells fire at where they was, and they have a little bit of a problem trying to work out where they are now, but missiles worked okay. And nearly got a good hit from the cannon. Problem with the Wander, that size of gun just makes them go backwards. Sometimes it's difficult keeping connected with them. Those missiles are still a little short by the looks of it. Have to adjust them in the after the battle, I think. The main base is coming in with some missiles, which is handy. But the missiles are a little expensive on ammo. It's the only problem with them. Now our little surprise force, which the Hoplite's already been taken out. Our little surprise force we haven't seen yet, but I'm holding them in for if someone gets in close. Looks like we're gonna win this one, I think. Looks fairly good. I think it was mainly a missile barrage, but our monitor has done some good work. I'm not going to complain at him too much. Considering it's our first battle, not what I expected. I expected some ships to come in, not aircraft. But hey ho, we won. That's the important bit. Let's have a look. No one else on the horizon at the moment. Good. We can bring all of our forces back in to repair.
Receive.
And we'll go and pick up those resources that are sitting there, just so that it will ease our own repair. And now, once we've got enough materials, we'll build another monitor. So I will bring you back when there's some more action. And the enemy are coming in with their second little fleet. It's been a while. I was able to build another monitor. Unfortunately, I was going to do a slightly different tactic, and they caught me in the middle of it. But we're going to have to start this battle. It's a Gotha and some Corsairs. So this is going to be a toughish battle. Now we're going to put in the monitors, because there are primaries, but we're going to up the size of the battle as always, and then we hopefully will see the ticks working on these surface vessels. But I am worried about that Gotha, because we are not really set up against surface vessels, sorry, air vessels, and that is quite a dangerous vessel, I think, from the expert class. So not quite godly, thank goodness at this moment, but certainly these could cause us some damage. But let's go see the battle and see what happens. So as expected, firing straight away. Now I'm hoping our monitors will avoid the land here and actually come round. Those guns from the Gotha, you can see, are quite powerful, and we don't have shields, so they are just quite happily having a go at us. But our lasers are also having a good shoot at them. Let's see how the Corsairs are standing up. We're getting some shots in. There's various shots, and looks like the ticks might have... So, okay, these are the ticks, and they use harpoons. Their aim is to basically cause havoc as is happening. Make the enemy be slowed down and just basically take unusual damage. And if they get a good hook, as you can see, they are covered in spikes to be able to basically dig into the enemy. So they're going for this one here. Let's see what this if there's a collision happens here, what it'd be like. Or yes, that's quite a bit of damage he's doing there. Oh, and they have lasers. The lasers are fairly simple. If something's in front, fire. Let's see how we're faring up elsewhere. Monitor, all his sails have got taken off, but his guns are still firing, which is good. Second monitor a little further away, but as expected, it was this Gotha. It's causing all sorts of problems. Oh, have we just taken an engine? Oh, that could be handy if we've taken the Gotha out. And the Corsairs are heading over the island and may run aground, so we may have locked out. Now we're taking damage, but we're also weathering it reasonably. One thing is repairs. Let's just have a check what our resources. Yeah, our resources are high enough to make sure we repair, and we are a repair heavy fleet. How's the ticks doing? Are they coming for a little charge here? Hopefully. Yeah, we're all actually all fully repaired at the moment, which is good. Now, one thing about the ticks is they have no targeting of their own. They totally rely on targeting from other vessels. That could be why they're not firing, because these ships are not really being targeted, possibly, potentially. And, well, they seem to have got destroyed anyway. Not quite as good a view of the ticks as I'd hoped, but okay. Review of that battle. Lucky with the Gotha that we managed to hit it, because that was doing some serious damage to our ships. Let's see if there's any resources we can pick up. No, we seem to have picked them up quite nicely. Okay, so the ticks are an interesting little alternative battle, or alternative ship. You know, it's fights unusually, but I think the next thing I'm going to do is I want to attack the enemy in their ground. So I'm actually going to go on the offensive against them in this zone here. And that being said, we are already got a swordfish coming in. So we'll just see how we do against this flyer as well. This could be a quick battle. I'm just going to put the monitors and the base in and quickly see how we do in this battle. Let's go and have a look at the swordfish. So the swordfish is it a flying? It is a flying ship. It's flying fairly low. It has torpedoes. I can see, yeah, so it's a nice design actually, I quite like it. How big is it? 29, so 30,000. Missiles are coming in, which hopefully might take it out. It's got a lot of torpedoes. If it gets over the mountain, it could be interesting. Oh, didn't need that happening. This could be interesting. If it doesn't get across the mountain, how are we going to kill it? Our monitors are sort of heading that way, but typical from the depths, can't work out that there's a mountain in the way. Okay, this could take a little while. Our missiles are affecting it, but it's taking a little time. And we won that battle. I didn't see the actual death, but it was just basically death by missiles from the base, effectively, which is not very effective. The monitors both got caught up on the mountains here. I have tried to just change the AI depth to see if that will have an effect, but yeah, not great. Okay, well, I think for this episode it is enough, because I need to make some changes and I think we need some more ships, which means building. Now, the primary, I wouldn't say primary, but one of the weaknesses certainly is a lack of a good air force. And the Gotha showed that, you know, anything that was flying we could not handle as well as we'd like to. I have no idea what was that. What was just exploded? Never mind. So I think that I will define something which also can make our radar range a little longer, and also possibly attack any of our air forces, primarily an anti-air force. Maybe either AA ship or some aircraft or airships of some description. Otherwise though, happy with what has happened so far. Hopefully next time we'll get some more interesting battles, and I really want to see the ticks. In testing they worked really nicely. They didn't quite work as well in the game. That may be because of targeting, because they have no sensors of their own. They totally rely on sensors from other ships, and it could be that that just wasn't quite working for them. Anyway, as always, keep playing the game, and until next time, have fun.